Have you ever felt like you're just lost in a sea of business data? I mean, you're drowning in dozens of KPIs, metrics, and dashboards, and you're still struggling to figure out what actually moves the needle, what really matters for growth.
Well, you are definitely not alone. That's the voice of entrepreneur Dan Martell, and he's describing that exact feeling of, well, metric chaos that he felt while building his company Clarity. He had the funding, he had a great team, but he just couldn't find a rhythm, a single point of focus. It's a feeling so many of us can relate to, right? But there is a solution. And in this explainer, we're going to go on a journey from that kind of confusion to absolute clarity. We'll start by figuring out what a North Star metric even is. Then we'll dig into why it's so powerful. We'll look at how some of the world's biggest companies use it. And then, most importantly, we'll lay out a blueprint so you can find your own. All right, so first up, what exactly is this North Star we're talking about? It's really the elegant solution to that whole problem of metric chaos. A North Star metric, or NSM for short, is the one single number that best captures the core value you're providing to your customers. And the name? It's a perfect analogy. Just like sailors for centuries use the actual North Star to navigate and make sure they were heading in the right direction, a company uses its North Star metric to guide its entire strategy. The whole concept was really popularized by Sean Ellis, the guy who actually coined the term growth hacking. And what I love about his definition here is that it points to this crucial connection. A real North Star metric isn't just about making customers happy, and it's not just about revenue for the business. It's that magic spot right in the middle, where delivering value to your customer is what creates value for your business. Okay, so right about now, you might be thinking, this sounds pretty good, but why can't we just focus on revenue? I mean, isn't that the whole point? And that's a totally fair question. The answer, though, gets right to the heart of why this whole North Star idea is such a game changer. Let's just put them side by side. Revenue, that's a lagging indicator. It tells you what already happened. It's like driving by only looking in the rearview mirror. Your North Star metric, on the other hand, is a leading indicator. It's looking forward through the windshield because it's measuring the very things that predict future success. It's all about whether your customers are actually getting value. And this slide right here perfectly illustrates the danger of looking only at revenue. It's called the SaaS subscription trap. Imagine this. A customer signs up for your annual software plan, cha-ching! The revenue is booked, your numbers look great for the quarter. But what if that customer stops using your product after just 1 month? The money is in the bank, sure, but no real value is delivered. That customer is almost certainly not going to renew, and you wouldn't even know you had a problem until a year later. So what does this look like out in the wild? Well, one of the easiest ways to get your head around the North Star metric is to figure out which game a company is playing. There are basically 3 big games of growth, and each one has its own kind of North Star. First up, we've got the attention game. This is for all the companies whose main value comes from capturing and holding on to your engagement. We're talking social media, streaming services, all those content platforms. Their success literally depends on how much time and focus you're willing to give them. And just look at these examples. For Facebook, it's all about daily active users. More active users means more eyeballs on ads. Simple. Spotify doesn't just care if you download their app, they care about time spent listening. That's the real value. And for a platform like Quora, it's about contribution, the number of questions answered. All of these are about active, valuable engagement. Okay, next up is the transaction game. This is for marketplaces, e-commerce sites, any business where the main goal isn't just to get your attention, but to make a successful transaction happen. The Uber example is just perfect. We chose weekly rides as their North Star, not something like app downloads. Why? It's brilliant, really, because a ride means a customer got where they needed to go and a driver earned money. Value was delivered to both sides. It's the same logic for Airbnb's nights booked or DocuSign's number of signed envelopes. The transaction is the value. And the third and final game is the productivity game. This is the world where most software as a service or SaaS companies live. Their whole reason for being is to help you get stuff done more efficiently, to make you more productive. Now, what's so smart about these metrics is that they go way deeper than just basic usage. Salesforce tracks records created because that's proof the CRM is actually being used to do work. And look at HubSpot. They don't just want individual users. Their North Star is weekly active teams because they know that when a whole team adopts their software, that's when it becomes truly sticky and valuable. Okay, we've covered the what, the why, and we've seen some awesome real-world examples. So let's get to the most important part. How do you find your own North Star? This is where we turn all that theory into action. So, before you even start brainstorming, you need a checklist. A great North Star metric has 3 essential traits. First, and most importantly, it has to express real value. It can't be a vanity metric, like signups, which doesn't really prove anything. Second, it's got to be measurable. Pretty straightforward. If you can't track it, you can't improve it. And third, it has to be actionable. This means everyone on your team, no matter their role, can see how their daily work helps move that one number. So here it is, a simple 4-step process to get you started. Step 1, just go back to basics. What are the absolute essential things a customer has to do to get value from you? Then, step 2, you define KPIs to actually measure those things. Step 3 is the big one. You have to look at your list and pick the single KPI that best proves the customer got what they came for. That's your North Star. And finally, step 4, you build your entire company's goals around it, creating a hierarchy with that one metric sitting right at the top. Because at the end of the day, that's the whole point. The North Star metric is so much more than just a number on a dashboard. It's a tool for focus. It's a way to align every single person in your company, from engineering to marketing to sales, on the one goal that truly, truly matters, creating sustainable value for your customers. And so that leaves us with one final powerful question to think about, a question for you. It's not about your revenue, it's not about your downloads, it's about the very core of why you're in business. What is that one single metric that proves without a doubt that your customers are getting real, tangible value from what you do? Find that, and you've found your North Star.